So this is the syntax file that's available to you. And I just wanted to go over a few things about syntax. So we have commands, and those you can see here in blue. If a command isn't blue, that means that something isn't quite right. It's kind of SPSS's way of saying, hey, something's not quite right here, you should probably fix it. These bits in green right here are subcommands. Not all subcommands are going to be in green, like this is listing what the variables are, but these are subcommands. Again, we know they're good because they're in green. Other things to keep in mind are commands must end in a period. So right there you can see it. If all you have is a command, it's got to end in that period. So that's what you see right here. If we were to delete that, you notice how the command went from blue to red. That's letting you know that something's not quite right. If we were to add that back in, it would, go back to blue. Another thing with these commands is notice how I have execute, at the end of almost all of them. That's kind of telling SPSS, okay, do all that stuff that I just did above. Execute should also be in blue. If we were to delete the period here after this variable list, what you notice is that execute isn't blue anymore. But if we add that back in, it turns back to blue. When a command has these subcommands, notice there isn't a period after this command because there's more things that we want SPSS to do. So we don't have a period until the very end of our last subcommand. So this is saying, hey, we want some data, please. This is the type. This is where you can find it. I'll go into all of this in another video. And then here's the period to say, okay, I'm done telling you what data to get. Now please do it. Another thing that you'll see here in this light gray are comments. So a comment starts with an asterisk and ends with a period. And these are kind of notes to yourself or notes to anyone who might also be using this file to kind of say, this is what I was doing. And those are really useful for when you come back after, you haven't looked at this syntax file for 6 months and you're like, what on earth was I doing? The comments are a good way to kind of read in human readable text what exactly is going on. And you can kind of see along the side here, it's listing out your commands that's going on as well as your comments. And then, you can just keep on going down. Something to note here with these comments. Notice how I'm kind of writing in a few different sentences. Each line is starting with an asterisk because I chose to end each line with a period. What I could have done is, start another comment here and type some text and some more text and something else here, something else, and then end with a period. So since I didn't have a period at the end of each line, I only needed that initial asterisk, and you close out the comment with a period. If you'd rather have a period at the end of each sentence, that's fine. Just know that you'd have to start each line with a asterisk as well.